Welcome back to DMV Sports Zone.
Chased down by Beal in the corner for three, gets fouled and hits.
Welcome to DC.
Crawford tied him out.
You know where you're at the USA camp. You're taking it slightly. I'm taking it slightly. Now you don't act on you. We'll be right back. Well, we gon' be right here. We gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC. DC, the home of Chuck Brown. Oh, you don't know the sound? Well, let me break it down.
Week 1 is finally here. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Beal coming at you with another video for the channel, and I'm coming at you with the Washington football team Week 1 preview against the LA Chargers as they host them at FedEx Field, 1 o'clock Eastern Central Time, and on CBS, which kind of sucks because I always prefer Fox over CBS, but that doesn't matter. Football is finally back. That's the most important news. And man, oh man, isn't it a great way to get started when Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler come to FedEx Field, and we got to see what our boys are capable of. Before I get into the video, like, comment, subscribe for more Washington content, or DMV sports content rather. And let's get straight to the video, man. For this LA Chargers team, you know, they did fire their head coach in the offseason. They brought in some new guy. I think his last name is Stanley. They revamped the offensive line, moved it, shifted it around, and they have Justin Herbert, the stud quarterback, his sophomore year. A lot of people are speculating whether he's going to have a sophomore slump or even if it's possible to exceed his performances that he had last year. But for the football team, this is a great way to start off the season where we stand out. And one matchup that I'm really looking at is Charles Leno and Samuel Cosme against Joey Bosa. You know, Joey Bosa is a premier edge rusher in this league, and we all see that Samuel Cosme is ahead of his schedule when it comes to developing as a rookie. So we want to see how is he going to do against a guy like Joey Bosa. And both sides of the ball, it'll be really interesting. This LA Chargers defense, besides Joey Bosa and Derwin James, who's only played 5 games the past 2 years, they don't really have anyone special. They did sign Chris Harris in the offseason. He is past his prime, getting up there in age. And they drafted Asante Samuel, who, again, is a rookie, so it's going to take time for him to develop. But that LA Chargers defense, I can't really name anyone on their linebacking core, and their interior D-line is really not that special. Doesn't really stand out. So I think our offense can feast on this game. You know, our first string offense did not score in the preseason, which was a little bit concerning, but against this defense, I think they can throw the ball down the field and definitely run the ball. I expect a big game from Antonio Gibson, a big game from Terry McLaurin. And for the injuries, Curtis Samuel, the stud that we signed this offseason, the gadget weapon, he did have a minor setback in practice today. He limped off the field. So for safe precautions, I think we just shouldn't play him this week. I know it sucks. We want to see him out there, but I think we shouldn't play him. I don't think he'll play. And Derek Forrest, the safety that we drafted in like the 5th or 4th, I forgot. We drafted him. He will be not playing as well. So that's it for the injury report for the Chargers. They're fully healthy. They're ready to go. So I did talk about their defense. Now, when it comes to their offense, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler, Justin Herbert, they drafted Rashawn Slater, him and Chase Young had their fair battles in college, and everyone talked about how Rashawn Slater dominated Chase Young when they faced off that one time. And this has got to be motivation for Chase, you know. Just if there's anyone who want to dominate week 1, it's got to be Rashawn Slater. So that'll be a really, really, really interesting matchup to see. But this LA Chargers offense, they have weapons, man. They have weapons. But a thing to note about is that the Chargers didn't play any of their starters in the preseason, which can be concerning. You know, they will be rusty. The last time they played football was about like 8 months ago. So LA Chargers fans, I think they got to be worried somewhat playing against a defense like the Washington football team, who added William Jackson this offseason, drafted Jamin Davis out of the first round, and a defensive line is just going to get better and better. They got Matt Ioannidis back. It's going to be scary. It's going to be scary. Now, Justin Herbert was sacked a lot last year. I think he was most sacked. No, Joe Burrow was. I think he was like top 5 most sacked quarterback last year. So this new offensive line, it's going to take time for them to have that chemistry. So our defensive line needs to feast. I expect at least 4 sacks on Justin Herbert, and I want to see how we can our defensive line just dominate year in and year out. This defense, like I said before, has top 3 potential. Arguably could be the best defense in the league if they just dominate every single week against high-powered offenses. But now that we got that out of the way, the keys to victory. We got to protect Ryan Fitzpatrick. If we give Ryan Fitzpatrick time, Fitzmagic, he's going to slice and dice this team. Like I said, this LA Chargers defense isn't that impressive on paper. They just got a few studs, but that's about it. We have to be able to get the ball to Logan Thomas, get the ball to Terry. And De'Ami Brown, a guy that I haven't talked about in this video, he's going to get his opportunities. I expect him, Terry, and Adam Humphries to get a lot of workload week 1, now that Curtis Samuel's probably not going to play. If we give Ryan Fitzpatrick time, he's going to be able to throw the ball down the field, and we've seen it before. When he has time, he can carve up a defense. The second key to victory: pressure on Justin Herbert. Like I said, Justin Herbert, this offensive line, they're all playing with each other, and it's their first matchup is against that interior defensive line that has Daron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Matt Ioannidis, Tim Settle, Montez Sweat, Chase Young. The list goes on. You gotta put pressure on Justin Herbert. He will make mistakes. He wants to get out to his weapons. Austin Eckler out of the backfield. Keenan Allen, a premier receiver in this league, and then Mike Williams, a great number 2. So we gotta put pressure on Justin Herbert to make it easier for our secondary. William Jackson, we're gonna see how he does his matchup against probably. I don't know if they're gonna fall. I don't know if he's gonna follow the number 1 wide receiver of Keenan Allen, or he'll play a lot of zone. Ben St. Juste He's going to get the start, hopefully. We're going to see how that goes. Kendall Fuller as well. We got Landon Collins coming back from that injury. And Cameron Curl. We're just going to see. If the interior defensive line gets to Justin Herbert, it makes everything easier for our secondary. And key number 3, I said this so many times last year, we got to win the turnover battle. We can't have our defense on the field for the majority of the game. We got to make sure Ryan Fitzmagic needs to make sure that he doesn't throw 3 interceptions. We just got to make sure we win the turnover battle. And I'm telling you, when we win the turnover battle, we win the game. We just can't be careless with the ball. And those are my 3 keys to victory. Some other people I haven't talked about. Dustin Hopkins. You got to make your kicks, Dustin. I really don't want this game to be settled out just because you didn't make a 40-yard field goal. Again, anything below 50, you got to make it. It's your job, man. You're in the NFL for a reason. But that's pretty much it, guys. Week 1 is finally here. I really can't wait. This is going to be an exciting game. FedEx Field is sold out in tickets, so it's going to be rocking. Nani's going to have a post-game reaction to the game. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be I can't wait. And now for all the guys that have been waiting for the predictions, the scoreboard, I have us winning 27-13 as our defense just dominates week 1. Our offense is going to be able to move the ball against this Chargers defense. And it's a perfect time to play them because, like I said before, they didn't have their starters playing in the preseason. So it's a great time to catch them lacking. But that's pretty much it, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more D&B sports content. And the NFL is finally back. Hail to the football team. Peace.